This has been one of the best songs in the soundtrack so far. Oh, hello stream. What's up? I'm going to be continuing Project Eden's Garden because why not? You know the gist of it all. You've watched these other streams before. Okay. Let's do this. I don't think I've been in this one yet.
Interesting.
The map says this is Forge Closet B.
Right.
Right, the Closet Cassidy and Jet explored.
Look,
Do you see that?
Eh?
See what? The box in the corner over there. Look. Confused, I turned to where she was pointing. Eh? This is... I think I know what that is.
Yeah.
A generator, right? The one you were referring to during the blackout?
correct.
Yeah, exactly. Since I've explored these rooms before, I knew one of them had a backup generator.
That's...
If this closet is the backup generator, wouldn't that mean the ones who restored the power...
Thinking.
Well, if Cassidy and Jet were the only people who entered this room, then they're the people who brought the power back. Damn, I'm surprised those two actually knew how to navigate a generator. But they never talked about that. They never mentioned turning the generator back on, so maybe they didn't do anything. I don't know. How would they not have seen it, though? Maybe one of them is the murderer? I don't know. Maybe they're both murderers, who knows? Maybe it's like a double thing. Maybe it's two culprits, I don't know. That's my guess. This is the closet Kai and I explored. It was hard to get a good look at its contents in the dark, but seeing it now, there doesn't seem to be anything important here. I think we can move on. Okay. Okay, that's it for that one, I guess. That makes Damon and Kai pretty not suspicious. Because, like, I don't know. Nothing incriminating in the closet they searched. This one looks pretty similar. Wait, did I just search this one?
Where?
Wait, I must have went back by accident. God damn it. I must have done like a 360 or something. I don't know what I did. Oh, I'm facing this hallway, so I went backwards. Whoops. Okay, I go in this one. I was thinking, like, this looks pretty similar to the last one.
Look.
This is Storage Closet D.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark and John explored this one. Let's see what I can find here. Is there anything weird about this room?
That's...
I think I see something behind this pile of boxes. I stood on my tiptoes to get a better look,
Jeez.
and so they really are here.
Well,
What's here? Extension cords, a whole bunch of them.
strange.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, these are definitely the same type of cord I saw in the boiler room. Only difference is, these still have their other half intact. The internal plugs are pretty slim compared to other kinds of cords. The fact these cords match the one in the boiler room. The boiler means the killer must have rummaged through these closets for equipment. For what reason they needed the cord, I had no idea, but this was still a step in the right direction. Besides that box of cords, nothing else about this room is standing out to me.
So,
You want to move
Yeah.
on? Yeah, let's go. We've looked through all the closets now. Did you find everything you needed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. The rolling pin and that stack of extension cords, there's no doubting their relevance to this case, at least based on what I've investigated so far.
Anyway.
Eva, let's go upstairs and collect some more testimonies.
where?
Where? Finally. I agree. Finally. Let's go. Let's talk to the other characters. Let's talk to the... Well, am I still here? Should I talk to Eva now? Boo.
Interesting.
Wow, that was easy.
The hell?
Why did you do that? See if you were nervous. Of course
Seriously?
I'm nervous. You were nervous
No.
earlier. Earlier, yeah, but not anymore.
Moving on.
Anyway, you shouldn't be so nervous. If you're too nervous, you won't be able to think straight, so you should calm down. Easier said than done.
Well,
Well, we've already investigated the ugly stuff, right? You don't need to think about that stuff for now. Just focus on collecting people's testimonies.
listen to me.
I can keep reminding you if you want. I'll be fine. Yeah, I don't need reminders. I think I go back to the boiler room and collect their testimonies.
Weird.
What a weird looking storage closet.
Stop.
Very funny. You cock. Wait, what? Oh, Cassidy's. Okay, Cassidy's, fucking shit. Eva and Greatest Lord. Oh, wait. What do I do now? I thought I'd go upstairs now. Isn't that what he said? No, there aren't, bruh. What do I need to investigate here? Oh, the blood. God damn it. Okay, I didn't notice that. There's dried blood on the floor. For some reason, it seemed to pool right on this particular spot. Dried blood, like in the boiler room. You notice the blood there?
Correct.
I noticed you noticing it.
I see.
I see. So, who do you think left all this blood behind?
Focus.
Well, it can't be Wolfgang, can it? Considering the sort of injuries he sustained, it wouldn't make sense for him to have spilt a lot of blood.
There must be something.
Which means the only possibility we're left with is...
What could it be?
The blood belongs to someone else? Yeah, exactly. Did I just get text? Oh, she just... Okay, dot. If I didn't notice the blood here, would you have pointed it out to me? Eh? I would have pointed it out to you if the roles were reversed. That way you'd know not to step on it.
Right.
Sure, I'd point it out.
Thanks.
Thanks. That was kind of a weird question, but whatever. Now we'll go upstairs. There we go, okay. As Eva and I emerge from the basement, on the lookout for anything which could aid us in our investigation. Sniff. Eh? Right in front of us, a flustered Eloise was huddled with her back to the wall. Standing next to her.
Yeah.
Sup, you guys. Might want to lower your voice around here. Some stuff has happened. Oh.
What could it be?
Is something wrong? Sorry, Eloise had a bit of a frightening experience recently.
You think?
I think we all have.
No kidding.
Well, yeah, the scene downstairs is bad, but I'm talking about something else. After Tozu left, we tried going inside Wolfgang's room to look for clues, but the moment we stepped in, she suddenly pounced on me. She? She dragged me out, and Desmond ran after us. I haven't been able to get my heart to stop beating so quickly since.
Huh?
Hold on, this she you're referring to?
Shit.
Yep, it's Grace. She's been guarding Wolfgang's dorm ever since she kicked us out. Grace was blocking access to Wolfgang's dorm? What the hell? We can't let her bar us from entering his room. The class trial could start at any moment. That's what I tried telling everyone else, but they pretty much gave up. Chet and Mark went to the dining hall, Diana went to the laundry room, and Toshiko and Ingrid went to the courtyard. Eloise and I, though, we're not going to let this slide. We gotta get inside that dorm room. So we've been brainstorming other ways to approach Grace.
Think about it this way.
And we've landed on something. Performing a brief inquisition. Inquisition? If Grace doesn't want to cooperate, we'll start badgering her with questions, poking her ego until it eventually retreats.
Safety first.
If you want, you can join us. A debater must be good at dishing verbal beatdowns, yeah? I did come here to inspect Wolfgang's dorms, I might as well. If that's the case,
I'm out.
I'll go to the dining hall and ask Jet and Mark for their testimonies. You're not coming along?
Where?
Grace isn't someone I'd like to be around right now. You three can handle her. Something tells me she's just afraid of her talent being mocked. No sweat. Have fun with Jet and Mark.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Eva left in the direction of the laundromat, clearly taking the long route to the dining hall. Should we approach Grace then?
Totally.
Yeah, let's not waste any more time.
Okay.
Right, okay. Do you want to take the lead, Damon? Oh, sure. I wasn't going to admit it to either of their faces, but their plans seemed pretty half-baked. Not because I was going to face off with Grace, but because she was too. How could a bumbling person like her be of any help in a verbal showdown? If anything, she'll probably make us look uncoordinated. I guess I'll have to do most of the heavy lifting here. Since Grace is guarding Wolfgang's dorm, she should be right around the corner. Right over there, yeah. Why don't you just like beat her up or something? I don't know. Let's beat up Grace. Let's beat up Grace. Feh. Don't you two yuppies get it? You're not coming in.
Don't get it mixed up.
Hang on, we're not here for that. Damon just wants to ask you a question.
Back off.
He isn't coming in either.
Jeez.
Why not? I need to investigate Wolfgang's dorm room
Soybean.
too. Back off, Soybean. His room is none of your business. Except it is. I have to search his last known whereabouts, which includes his dorm room by default.
See that?
What if I said I've done the job
Come
for
again.
you? As in you've searched the room? High and low. Want to know what I found? Nothing. For us to believe that, we need to see it ourselves. You think I'm lying?
Just saying.
There's a chance you could be, unfortunately. Think about it. You haven't given us any reason to believe you. Someone who's got nothing to hide wouldn't be acting so protective right now, you know? It gives the impression there's something we really don't want us to see.
Anyway.
Also, couldn't this be considered breaking the rules? Tozu wants the scheme to be fair, but being prevented from searching every room doesn't seem very fair.
Don't test me.
Even if it isn't, what are you gonna do? I'll report it to Tozu. Huh?
You.
Makes sense.
Nice idea. What do you say we look for him now? If Tozu agrees this is sabotage, he might call Mara to help. Oh wait, it's not sabotage. I'm not hiding anything about the murder. Don't try to get me involved. Desmond never mentioned Wolfgang's murder?
Anyway.
Look, just let us into the room. If you're telling the truth, we'll drop our suspicions.
Gotta stay one step ahead.
The reality of the situation is we gotta invade Wolfgang's privacy if we want to know what happened to him. He would want to investigate our dorms if it were whatever. If it were anyone else who died. Grace stood there silently, gritting her teeth. Then she stepped away from the door.
Okay.
Phew. Sweet. Thanks, Grace. With sighs of relief, we entered Wolfgang's dorm. Okay, we actually got in. Nice. Okay, well, there's stuff on the ground and shit. So this was Wolfgang's dorm. While some of my expectations were correct, a lot about the room still surprised me. I anticipated the layout resembling my dorms and the decor reflecting his talent. What I didn't anticipate was how messy it was. Well, maybe not messy, just really casual. A room that had clearly been well lived in.
Oi, you!
Don't move things around when you inspect them. I want to keep the room as it is. To be honest, I'm not sure why I was even surprised. Desmond Hall. What's up, Damon?
Hi.
Hey, can you check something out for me?
Easy enough.
In here,
That's not it.
in the boiler room. I found a taser gun in
Are
there.
you for real?
I can't tell if it's been fired or not. I don't think it has, but I want to know for sure, because if I'm wrong and this taser gun was used, it might clue us into the nature of Wolfgang's death.
No kidding.
What we're talking about is that big a deal, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you're skilled at using guns, I figured...
All good.
No sweat. I'll see you here once I'm done here. Thanks for the heads up, Damon. Eloise was kneeling on the floor, sorting through Wolfgang's bedside ottoman with a serious look on her
Hi.
face. Hey, can we talk for a second?
Give me a moment.
Okay. She closed the ottoman and stood up, now wearing the same nervous expression she always did. Is there something wrong? I want to know your whereabouts during Wolfgang's murder. Oh. When the murder happened, I was with Desmond in the courtyard. And the courtyard? Yes? You can ask Desmond to confirm if you're confused. No, I'm fine.
It's simple.
Let me just ask this. What were you doing during the blackout? Blackout? Yeah, you did experience it, right?
That's not...
No, I don't think there was ever a blackout. We were only alerted to the murder because of Tozu's announcement.
I see.
I see. So, my theory was right. If Winona never experienced a blackout in the tree room and Eloise never experienced a blackout in the courtyard, both those buildings must be connected to an entirely different power source. Where's the courtyard? The outside section, right? Oh, I guess I forgot it's fake. It's not real. I was thinking, like, it's real, though. We're not here for that, my
Hi.
ass. Hey. Normally she'd be meeting my eyes.
Quit it.
I know you suspect me. I can tell by the look on your face. But I don't know anything about his death. To be in the dark like everyone else about a person she was so close to. Damn, you gotta grip on yourself, damn it. Grayson claimed to know nothing about the murder, but what about everything before it?
Anyway.
So, I heard a rumor you became Wolfgang's new bunk buddy. This room seems to confirm that. How was he this morning? Grumpy? Happy? Sick.
Eh?
We were planning to go to the game tournament, but he woke up with an ache in his stomach. He woke up sick? If you're telling me the truth and Wolfgang planned to attend the tournament,
That's not it.
why did he say the opposite yesterday? From what I remember, Wolfgang said he'd be too busy to attend the tournament. More like he wanted another round at the pachinko machine.
Watch and learn.
I wouldn't know. I interrogated him after breakfast.
No.
What? That's seriously what he meant?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which is why I told him, hey no, let's do the tournament. He was a bit finicky at first, typical for a story being, but he eventually caved. Wolfgang was a pachinko player? I'm not sure I can believe that. Then again, some of the paraphernalia in this room looked neither golf nor law related.
Okay.
Alright, so based on what you're saying, Wolfgang agreed to attend the tournament yesterday. However, come this morning, Feh. Wolfgang remembered the pirate was attendance. He suggested I track down that guy and partner with him instead. Right, because you needed to bring a partner to the tournament. Wolfgang. He knew I was miffed about it. His smile said as much. But I walked out the door anyway.
Dumbass.
Wolfgang said he was too sick to get out of bed, so I walked away. If Wolfgang really had been bedridden, how did he wind up in the boiler room? Either he didn't come out of his own volition, or he was never sick to begin with. By the look on her face, I could tell Grace realized the same. With all that said, it wasn't like Wolfgang to hide anything. For a guy who's so gung-ho about honesty, you'd think he would be confide in the person he's closest to. Did the letter I find inside his blazer pocket have something to do with it? While only a few words were legible, a lot could be gleaned from them. For example, that mention of a secret. Did the rest of the note elaborate on it, or was it the word alone enough to scare Wolfgang? Maybe he wanted to shield Grace some information even he couldn't handle. Or maybe he simply didn't want her to know. Whatever the reason, Wolfgang Akiri deliberately hid information from someone. Ironic, huh? True. Books. Huge wooden bookshelves filled to the brim with a catalog of books towered over the room. Skimming the titles, most seemed to be about the intricacies of the legal system, although some were about old court cases rehashed with new evidence. Did Wolfgang really read any of these, or were they all just for show? I don't know. Calendar. Wolfgang also had a pin-up calendar in his room. This isn't what I should be focusing on during a murder investigation. An intricately patterned couch side by side with two red sofa chairs. Even the throw pillows seem to be arranged in just the right way. A large toy bear adorned the bed. Something that tells me this didn't belong to the room originally. Oh, like he won it from the Pachinko machine or something. Clothes are scattered across the room, including a familiar-looking woman's jacket. Nothing about them looked suspicious. Okay, I did. Why was Grace so antsy about people entering? There didn't seem to be anything suspicious lying around here. In any case, since I'm done here, I should head to the dining hall. I'm pretty sure that's where Eva said she was going. I am also sure that's where she said she was going. Oh, here. Okay, nice. Teleported right there. Oh. As soon as I entered the room, Eva walked over to me. Hello. Just finished talking to everyone here. I thought she walked away when I answered. Okay. Anything important?
Rage.
Nothing important. I don't think Jet and Mark are taking this seriously. This might end up like the mock trial where only a couple people know what they're doing. Does she really think so? Well, that information definitely didn't bode well for me. I couldn't afford to be discouraged by it. Not unless I want to die in this game.
Focus.
I'll see if I can make those two talk.
Thanks.
Good luck. What about Kai? Sinat? True. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it me or is there something funky about this place?
Come again?
What? I don't know, man. Everything feels kind of off. And I wonder why. I can't place why, though, and it's bugging the crap out of me. Sounded like he just felt uncomfortable being here. I guess I can't blame him. With the turn things had taken, the tension and excitement of the tournament was all but a distant memory. And this room was now a reminder of Wolfgang died right under our noses. Didn't even make him talk. Okay, Kai. Shit. Why didn't Tozu fix the blackout himself? Is the maintenance of this place really seriously... I can't read. Is the maintenance of this place seriously our responsibility?
Not okay!
The fridge and pantry are restocked every day, though. Alright, can't things just be consistent? Whining aside, he made a good point. Why didn't Tozu fix the blackout? Thinking back on his spiel from earlier... I see. Okay, maybe he did on purpose. Did he abstain from fixing the blackout because it was important to the killer? They could easily make their escape if no one else could see anything.
Wait.
Oh yeah, Damon, since you're here, I've been thinking really hard about those footsteps we heard.
Come again?
When we were in the storage closet?
No, seriously.
Yeah, they were soft, right? Like the person is wearing
I see.
socks. Now that you mention it, it did sound like socks on a hard floor. Alright, of all things to be right about, it has to be this. What do you mean?
Man.
I mean, why didn't the killer just wear shoes? Think about it, the sound of something like heels would be pretty distinct, right? Or what about sneakers? They get really squeaky on a smooth floor. And
Don't say
what I'm
that.
saying is, you could totally figure out the shoe from the sound it makes. And if you know what shoe the killer had on, you can just look for the person with a matching pair. But socks? Anyone could be wearing socks. The person probably removed their shoes for that reason.
This sucks.
Just our luck. Good point. I think there's actually a different reason they didn't wear shoes, but we'll see. I don't know the reason yet. Mark had returned to his position by the equipment.
Hi.
Hey, Desmond and Eloise told me you plan to investigate Wolfgang's storm. Grace isn't guarding it anymore, so you can go inside now. Let me guess, you don't want to investigate?
It's nothing.
I just came here to make sure my interface wasn't damaged. This investigation could spell the difference between life and death, yet his priority was the stupid music equipment? Don't you think it looks suspicious what you're doing?
What?
I heard people were already giving Grace a side after being uncooperative. What might they say if they find out you ditched the investigation?
Slow down.
Yo, hold on. Jet called out to us from the other side of the room and ran over. Can't you see Broski isn't feeling well? Give the guy some space.
That's not important.
I don't care. I'm working on a time limit. Who are you to talk anyway? Yeah? Judging by the look on Broski's face whenever you guys are together,
It's simple.
out of everyone here, I think you'd know the least about personal space. What? No way. Sure, Mark might have talked a whole lot, but if he wasn't having fun, do you really think we'd be hanging out so much?
Broskies always stick
Come on,
together.
Broski, back me up here.
Hmm.
Time. What time did the murder happen?
That's
9:35 a.m. Check this. He pointed to a small digital clock at the top of the music pad.
that's
This is the time of the murder. It was like this when I came back here. I think the clock got screwed over by the blackout, so now it's frozen on whatever it was displaying before it lost power. Then that confirms my suspicions. The blackout and by association the destruction of the generator occurred at the time of Wolfgang's murder. Nice.
My man.
Nice going, bro. You hit the jackpot. That is because I was here with you, huh? Sheesh, this was getting hard to watch. I still don't know what happened, but I mean, I don't know. Fuck. Cassidy had clearly spent a lot of time doodling this. She must be upset that we didn't even finish the little round. The first time people have a get together, they're interrupted by a murder. Thinking back on it, the game tournament and the murder happened really close to each other. The former began at 9 a.m., while the latter occurred at 9:35 a.m. That's within the same hour. Taking another look at this whiteboard. Yeah, I can see why the killer chose to attack so soon. 8 potential witnesses, all situated in one place, 2 preoccupied video games to notice the world around them. There couldn't be a more perfect time to strike. I didn't mean to click that, by the way. My bad. Anything else I can search? The kitchen, I guess? May as well skim through the kitchen just in case. Looking inside the cabinets, there didn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary, except, this knife block had a knife missing from it. For a kitchen knife to go missing at the same time a knife is found floating in the boiler room's water, that can't be a coincidence. Click. Eh? Oh my, would you look at the time? I dare say we ought to get this trial started soon. How does 20 minutes from now sound? Great, great. Please continue to investigate until then. See you later. What? There's only 20 minutes until the trial?
Hang on.
Damon. Ah! Jeez, how does she keep scaring me? The investigation's almost over. We need to find the other 3 and hear their testimonies.
that's
The other 3?
As I was saying,
Toshiko, Ingrid, and Diana.
jeez.
Alright, calm down. Desmond said they were in the courtyard, right?
I'm talking.
And Diana's in the laundry room. Then let's talk to Diana first, since the laundry room is in the same building. In the meantime, don't panic, okay?
Can't you see?
I'm not panicking. She said that she'd motioned for me to follow her over to the door. Eva might deny it, but the anxiety which had been bubbling up inside her was clearly starting to boil over. Although with how fast my own heart was beating, I guess she's not alone. True. That's very true. I wish I could speak like a different language, bro. That'd be cool. But I'm an English speaker all the way through. And talking to you, bae. I've only been to the laundry room like once or maybe twice, so let's go in again. I think Diana's suspicious for some reason, but you know, whatever. Alright, if Desmond's telling the truth, then Diana should be in here. Oh, she looks not happy. This can't be happening, this can't be happening. Diana was standing with her back pressed up against the wall, arms wrapped around herself in a tight embrace. She's in even worse shape than before. Diana, I need to ask you a question. Please give me a moment, it's been kind of tough.
No.
The investigation is going to end really soon, we can't wait. Okay, sorry. Where were you during the blackout? Oh, the blackout, right before the body was discovered. I was just in my room, alone, doing my makeup. You don't have any makeup on, though. I was experimenting with new combinations, so I wiped it all off already.
I see.
So you were alone in your room the entire morning? Yeah, I just wasn't feeling up to it.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm feeling a little sick all of a sudden. Do you mind if I go back to my dorm? I've asked all the questions I wanted to. Thanks.
So...
Do you think she was acting weird at all?
That's
No weird than the others. Anyway, since Diana gave testimony, I can cross her off my list now.
Where?
Who knows Lucy or herself? Okay, she felt sick, just like Wolfgang felt sick. So there must be some connection there, maybe. Although she probably feels sick because I don't know, man, I'm looking too much into it, but that's something she's really suspicious. Or maybe it's supposed to be that. I don't know. It's always like the least suspicious person or some shit is the culprit. Or something. But I still think she's very suspicious, so whatever. Hello, you two. Toshiko and Ingrid are retreating to the bandstand at the center of the courtyard. The larger girl was comforting the smaller girl, who completely hidden her face behind her fan.
Hello?
Hey, have either of you been investigating? Investigating? Toshiko lowered her fan to reveal a pair of puffy eyes. I don't know. What are you expecting me to do?
Seriously?
To look for clues? Clues?
Impossible!
How am I meant to do that? It's not like I've had to solve a murder before, you know. My hands have been a bit full, so no luck finding any clues. I can see
Moving
why.
on.
Okay, well, did you at least notice anything suspicious this morning? It could be a person acting odd or a strange sound. That's what most real-life testimonies talk about anyway.
Think this through.
A person acting odd? Maybe not at the time, but looking back, it definitely seems a little strange. Do you want to tell them, Toshiko? Okay, fine. This morning, I saw Wolfgang.
Huh?
Uh-huh. When did you see him? In the dorm hallway on the way back from the pharmacy. Dorm hallway? Just as I was about to enter my room, I saw Wolfgang leave his. Oh, Wolfgang. What a coincidence running into each other like this. Are you already on your way to the tournament, Miss Kaira? It's rather early. Of course not. A professional like myself knows better than to attend some silly party. Right. My apologies. What about you? Are you going to the tournament? That's correct. I'm going to the tournament. I'm just heading to the laundry room right now. There's a batch of clothes I accidentally left behind in there. He's lying!
That's...
Wolfgang said he was going to attend the tournament?
Strange.
Yesterday he told everyone he was too busy to attend. I assumed he changed his mind. I had no reason to question him. I've heard bits and pieces of the conversation from inside my dorm. The whole thing couldn't have lasted longer than a minute.
Bit
Toshiko and I are
complicated.
bunk buddies, by the way, though I'd mentioned that in case Damon didn't know. Okay, thanks. Anyways, when I heard what Wolfie said... Okay, my first thought was, leftover clothes? I don't remember any leftover clothes, but I figured I must have been misremembering, what with my aching head and all. Aching head? I was suffering a terrible headache this morning. Couldn't even see 2 steps in front of me, let alone get up from my bed. And that's why I had gone to the pharmacy. I was hoping to procure some medication for Ingrid. Not my proudest moment, I'll admit. But I knew I could trust Toshiko with the job.
So,
Do you know what time the interaction with Wolfgang happened? 10 past 8, I think?
how should I put it?
The competition happened just a little after the morning announcements. I can tell you that with confidence. Yes, 10 past would make sense. When the announcement initially played, I was just about to leave the pharmacy. Then she was already inside the pharmacy by 8 a.m. So Wolfgang, he looked totally fine when you saw him.
Sure.
Yes, nothing seemed awry. Doesn't that call into question what Grace told me earlier? Either Grace lied to me about Wolfgang calling in sick, or she was telling the truth, and Wolfgang just got outed as a liar. I can probably deduce an answer if I know what time Grace left Wolfgang's dorm. If she left before 10 a.m., then she would have already been out of the picture by the time Wolfgang made his move. Hence why she only remembers him in bed. However, if she left after 8:10 a.m., then she would have been there for Wolfgang's encounter with Toshiko, which means she lied about Wolfgang being bedridden during the period of time she was in his dorm. A lot of explaining there. Funny how she never gave me a time. What else happened after Toshiko saw Wolfgang? That blackout sure gave us a spook. Toshiko and I decided to stay where we were until the lights turned on, though we did watch you and your buddies pass by. You saw that?
How should I put it?
Heard it first and took a peek. I would have said something, but I still wasn't feeling my usual self, so we watched you up until you all went down the stairs. That must have been how you found the crime scene, right? Yeah, that's right.
Too much for me.
Such a terrible sight. I can't believe someone here actually may be behind it. Let's just hope we can solve it. That's... Alright everyone, that's time. Please drop whatever it is you're doing and proceed over to the Tree of Ignorance. Don't make me wait too long, otherwise you'll be in for a shocking surprise. Get it? Because your trinkets can zap you. Anyway, just get a move on. It's time.
Fingers crossed.
You two, go on ahead. Toshiko and I'll catch up.
Listen to me.
Okay, let's go, Dan. Right. Glass trial soon. Ugh. Class trial sound. I gotta save. I'm saving the bit. Eva and I made the short trek to the room with the tree, like a star. Once there, we waited for the others to arrive. Eventually, everyone had shown up. So how are you guys feeling?
It's me.
Words wouldn't do it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty bad. I can't tell you how I feel when I don't even know what I feel. I'd rather we save the talking for the trial. In just a few moments' time, we were going to be down there in the trial room, fighting for survival, using only our words. Damn it, Damon, get a grip already. Before the door in the tree opens, I need to ask Desmond if he has any new information about the taser gun.
Hi.
Hey. Hey. Oh. Hey. His voice was steady, but his eyes kept darting around the room. Did you check the taser?
Right.
Right, I did. Any findings? Just one. The gun's blast doors are missing.
Huh?
Blast what? Oh shit.
Eh?
Eh? All of a sudden the ground. Oh no, not again. Hold on to something, everyone. The tree, it's opening. Oh my god. Beep. The tree of knowledge. I thought it was ignorance. A symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding exists here only as a barren replica. Oh, okay. The tree of ignorance emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance often aspires to be seen as wisdom. Damn it. I'm drinking water, by the way. Give me a sec. Ah.
Shit.
Well, guess we gotta cut this conversation short. I'll explain everything during the trial. Let's not keep this goat guy waiting.
Holy!
Oh man, this is really happening. We're so screwed, we're totally gonna die.
It is how it is.
If you go in expecting to fail, chances are you will.
Game over, man!
Ooh, I'm
Game
gonna think of
over!
failure even more because you said that.
Hold your horses.
Look at it this way. Who here are the cards more stacked against? 14 people working together to solve a murder, or one person trying to lead everyone else astray?
Are we ready?
If anyone's in for a struggle, it ain't the group of 14.
Do you think?
You make a good point. Statistically, the odds are in our favor here.
It'll be
Nerd
okay.
voice. Exactly. Luck will be on our side.
No, it's not.
If luck was on our side, we wouldn't be in a killing game to start with. Can I say something first before we go?
Oh,
Oh, what is it? It's a message for the killer.
what did you say?
A message for the killer? The person here who killed Wolfgang. Whoever you are, can you please step forward? Huh?
I want to help.
We don't have to do this class trial. If you can just find it in yourself to step forward and bring this whole thing to an end already, then please. Despite Diana's pleas, no one came forward.
Come on.
If someone's determined enough to commit murder, they won't back down because of one person's pleas. Feh. Since we're on the subject, I also got a message for the killer.
Dumbass!
Don't forget that the punishment fits the crime, asshole. Enjoy the fucking death penalty. Grace spat out those words and disappeared into the opening of the tree.
Can I go now?
Co-signed.
Slow down.
Yo, broski, wait up. One by one, people began to follow suit. I guess it's time to go. We're gonna watch everyone go in, I guess? Oh, never mind, okay. We knew where the stairs would take us, and where the elevator afterwards would deliver us, but everything beyond that was shrouded in uncertainty. There was no mock trial awaiting us, no something murder designed to waste our time with a stupid mystery. This was undoubtedly real. Come on, Damon, get a hold of yourself already. Taking a deep breath, I approached the opening in the tree and descended into the darkness. It was the same elevator, the same slow turning of metal and echoing sounds of clunky machinery, and yet something was different. Someone was gone. Someone who I never held in high regard, but who was still a person nonetheless. A person with feelings, a person with aspirations, a person with a family, a person who I'll never hear speak again. Not a single word. That's pretty fucked, bro. It's pretty fucked of you to say. Am I ready for this? Was what I did during the investigation the best I could have done? Will it be enough to carry me through this trial? Will it be enough to lead me to Wolfgang's killer? I won't know until I do it. Until I face this trial head on. There's no way I can place my faith in the other people here. There's no way they'll come to the correct conclusion. Our survival depends on me. The elevator began to slow, snapping me back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I adjusted my tie and stood up tall, and when the movement stopped completely, the doors in front of us opened.
Rise and shine.
Somebody call an ambulance. I think I've caught a case of deja vu.
Isn't this lovely?
It feels like only yesterday we were playing detective with the corpse of a crime scene. How I don't even know. And chipper so many of you used to be.
How interesting.
After all that back and forth over a simple how-done-it mystery, I'm truly curious. What today's trial will yield?
Yeah.
Just to remind myself, our names are on the podiums, right? Eager to start, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to find your podium, just look for where your name is written.
The show must
Come on
go
now, hop to it. I'm so excited I can barely wait a second longer. I really don't want to do this.
Oh, crud.
We gotta do it as he says, though. Otherwise, that enforcer lady might get mad. Knowing we were powerless to disobey Tozu, we began to disperse and locate our podiums.
Hey,
It's okay, everyone. If we work together, we can do this.
we can't give up.
Right, guys? If we work together, we can solve this case. So come on, let's do this for Wolfgang. Although her words elicited not. I can't really understand words. From the other students, their expressions in their faces told a different story. It was an expression I couldn't help but feel conflicted over, in a moment where I shouldn't have been focusing on my feelings. An expression of unmistakable fear. Oh. For days now, I've been angry over the mock trial. Angry at how much people resented me for telling them the truth, how they twisted my words and assumed my intentions. I'm angry, but that didn't mean I wanted to be right. I would have been happy for reality to prove me wrong, for no one to buckle under the pressure of the killing game, but good endings like that only exist in stories like this. Reality was apathetic to what we wanted, and the events of today proved we were at its mercy. So I stood there on my podium, conflicted. To think this tragedy could have been avoided had people just listened to me. But who was it that encouraged everyone to turn on me? Who was it that encouraged everyone to trust each other? If Wolfgang hadn't been so naive, if he'd just told people to protect themselves rather than each other, then maybe he would still be here. Regardless, I can't let myself be consumed by the what-ifs. Although the others may have failed at preventing Wolfgang's murder, I, at the very least, can solve it. I'll uncover this killer and let them face the consequences of their actions. I'll solve this case and survive. With everyone else, of course. Because, you know, it's a team thing. Keep it on normal. Okay, I guess I'm ready. I don't have to read anymore. They're gonna talk for me.
Let's get this started, shall we? Welcome back to the trial grounds, everyone. Unlike previously, today will be no circus. No mockery woven with stitches and needles. A true, fair, and proper trial will commence. A battle of wits between the blackened and the spotless. I doubt I have to explain the rules to you again. But even so, you must vote for who you believe is the blackened. If the blackened receives the majority of votes, only they will be punished, and the rest of you will resume your killing game experience. However, if you vote for the wrong person, then expect no sympathy from your hosts. All spotless students will meet a tragic end, while the blackened will be granted release from this academy. Happy discussing! We pray for your survival and success.
Can someone please break this silence?
I don't want to talk about this.
Wolfgang deserves justice. But putting everyone's lives on the line like this is just cruel.
Oh, crap. Without a lawyer, we're totally screwed.
Whenever I turn my head, I keep expecting to see him at his podium.
Oh, don't cry, Toshiko. He's in a better place now, you hear?
Whichever one of you sick bastards did this, whatever it takes, no matter if I have to kick the brains out of every single person here, I'll find you.
Everyone loves a Wolfgang, bro.
You really gotta resort to violence?
Let's just stay calm, okay? making peace with our situation is, the first step in handling it. How the hell can I stay calm when there's a killer on the loose? That bastard is watching us right now, fully content putting our lives on the line. Is that what you call peace? Being at the mercy of some dickhead silent observer?
Well, nobody knows for sure if the killer is even a silent observer. If anything, the killer might try to feign innocence through other means. For instance, pretending to be outspoken about the case.
Huh?
What the? Are you accusing me of something?
I mean, what you did during the investigation seems really suspicious.
What did Grace do?
She stood in front of Wolfgang's dorm room and wouldn't let anyone go inside, intentionally or not. It really hindered our investigation.
Because of Grace, almost everyone who planned to investigate Wolfgang's dorm gave up and went elsewhere. It was only after some of us started protesting that she finally relented. You know, for someone who seems so adamant about finding Wolfgang's killer, it's odd she tried to conceal potential evidence.
I'm not saying Grace is definitely the killer. I just think we should be cautious of her.
She has an alibi, though.
Huh?
Grace couldn't have murdered anyone, because she went to the game tournament.
Grace attended the tournament?
Does that rule her out from committing the murder?
Well, yeah. We had to be at the dining hall by 9 a.m.-ish, which was like half an hour before the murder. Nobody left the tournament after it started either. Nobody I know of, anyway.
There weren't many of us there. Had someone disappeared, it would have been obvious.
So, Grace is off the hook? Wow. That plot thread resolved itself quicker than I was anticipating.
Not really me.
So Jean, Grace, and Kai attended Cassidy and Jet's game tournament.
And me.
And Mark.
Damon and I also attended the tournament. We can also vouch for Grace.
You guys aren't lying, are you?
Lying about Grace?
What the heck? Are you seriously doubting 8 testimonies?
If the 8 of you were really together when Wolfgang was discovered, then Kai, doesn't that contradict what you said before the investigation? You told everyone you and Damon found Wolfgang first. How is that possible if you guys never left the dining hall?
Yeah.
I never said I didn't leave the dining hall.
I'm gonna save you, Isaac. No, wrong. Okay. I say faster than a horn.
But earlier you told us you were with the other attendees.
That's because us partygoers left the dining hall together.
When the blackout struck, the tournament folk joined arms and headed straight downstairs. I would know. I saw him.
There was a blackout?
You don't remember?
Actually, I don't recall a power outage either.
How could that be? Did an alternate timeline converge with ours?
Are you dumb? Why is it that some people can recall a blackout but not others? Thinking back on the testimonies I've collected, I can probably make an educated guess. Oh, here we go. Blackout affected 1 building.
I got it.
Boom, there we go, I did it. Hey.
The reason not everyone experienced the blackout is because only the building containing our dorms was affected. If I had to guess, the courtyard and tree area are connected to separate power sources.
So the tournament attendees were affected, yet they left the dining hall? Why not stay put until the power returned?
Because we were the ones who brought it back. It didn't seem like the power was being restored anytime soon, so we took up the challenge of fixing it ourselves. And just our luck, boom! We found a spare generator lying in one of the storage closets. Of course, then we found Wolfgang.
She's right. The 8 of us split into 4 pairs and inspected a storage room each.
Because of the toaster trinket map, we know which ones too. Eva and Grace check storage closet A. Jet and I check storage closet B. Damon and Kai check storage closet C. And Jean and Mark check storage closet D.
Jean and Mark.
Yeah, I was with Grace. She can confirm being with me too. Yeah, we were together.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. for what I said earlier.
Sorry? You're sorry for accusing me of murder. Sorry doesn't cut it, you conniving two-faced bitch! If you really want my mercy, then get on your knees and beg for it!
Whoa! Uncool, dude.
Hang on. Even if you aren't involved in Wolfgang's murder, you must know something about his last known whereabouts.
What makes you think she'd be privy to that?
You see, there's proof Grace spent last night with Wolfgang.
Grace and Loya Man? Talk about an unexpected
Didn't they stay in the same room, bruh?
When I investigated Wolfgang's room, I saw a bunch of golfing equipment inside.
Oh no, they didn't. They weren't in the same room, so they just.
Also, there was a blue woman's jacket tossed over the mantle of Wolfgang's bed.
He's right. I also saw the equipment and the clothes.
The clothes are understandable, maybe. But why was golfing equipment in the room?
Yo, little history dude. Wolfgang must have spilt the beans with you, right?
Why would Ulysses know anything?
Common courtesy. If you're gonna have a one-night stand, you gotta let your roomie know in advance.
Common courtesy also says you should watch your mouth around children.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I'm getting this right, Ulysses is bunking with Wolfgang?
Oh.
Well, we only shared a dorm for one night.
You aren't bunking with him anymore?
Let me provide some context. As you may remember, after Desmond suggested everyone bunk together, the male students were directed to the dining hall. Once there, we played rock, paper, scissors to determine who would partner with who. Jet partnered with Mark, Desmond with Jean, Damon with Kai, and I with Wolfgang. Those were the pairings at the time. However, the following day, Grace and I agreed to swap rooms.
Yeah? Why'd you do that?
For reasons.
Totally not suspicious.
Okay.
It was a win-win situation. I get Grace out of my hair. She gets me out of hers.
You two were originally bunking together?
The pairings were decided via a game of tic-tac-toe. I wasn't big on my partner being chosen for me, so when the opportunity arose to change that, I took it.
Thus, I became Winona's roommate, and Grace became Wolfgang's.
Can confirm. I watched the whole thing play out.
Since the room swap happened the night after we implemented the bunk buddy system, that would mean Grace and Wolfgang have been bunking for about a day and a half. Ugh, gross.
In that case, Desmond was right about those two being together last night. Grace, did Wolfgang act strange at any point? Like, maybe he said something that stuck out to you, or... Oh, maybe he had trouble getting to sleep.
No. Nothing weird happened last night. Nothing happened last night, but...
But...
The morning of the murder, this morning, Wolfgang told me he felt sick. Sick? With a stomachache. It hurt so bad he couldn't get out of bed. I was gonna cancel my plans for today, but he convinced me to attend the tournament. So, I left his room right after the morning announcement. And yes, I'm talking about the game tournament. The same one Wolfgang acted all hesitant about attending. Newsflash, I changed his mind after breakfast yesterday.
Hold on a sec. That ain't what you told me this morning.
What did Grace tell you?
Simply put, she felt like competing. Grace knew I planned to compete as well, so she asked me to be her sparring partner, since you needed one to enter the tournament.
She withheld information.
Aye, that she did. Of course, since I now know Wolfgang's condition at the time, I can't say I blame her. If someone you cared for was in a vulnerable position, would you go around and admit that in a killing game? No. You would try to protect that person by saying nothing at all.
When you put it that way, man, sounds rough.
I think it's obtuse.
Huh?
Say we assume the best of Grace. She withheld information not to trick anyone, but to protect someone she cares about. What then should we make of the glaring contradiction in her testimony?
The hell do you mean, contradiction?
If your bunking partner was too ill to make the short trek to the dining hall, how did he walk all the way to the boiler room?
Good point. If Wolfgang really were bedridden, he would have stayed in his room.
Now that you mention it, to reach the underground floor, Wouldn't Wolfgang need to descend, like, 4 flights of stairs? It's nothing for a healthy person, but for a guy who's supposedly really sick...
It's not my fault it doesn't make sense. It's just what Wolfgang told me.
Yeah. Didn't we decide Grace wasn't the killer anyway?
That's not to say she doesn't know more than she's letting on.
I'm not withholding anything else. Leave me alone.
Is there more to the story than Grace is telling us? Too many people are letting their emotions cloud the judgment. I need to solve this mystery and set things right. Time for whatever it's called. Gameplay section. Not some debate. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I think I got this. This is pretty easy so far, but I still don't know. Like, I don't know what fuck me.
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
I've got nothing else to explain. The last I saw Wolfgang, he was in our dorm room.
Whoops, my bad.
Okay, hear me out. Secret hallways.
No.
We would have found those by now.
Maybe Wolfgang was carried by the killer.
No.
That, or Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick.
I wouldn't lie about what he said.
What if Wolfgang used the elevator in the tree?
You're not helping.
There's a major discrepancy in Grace's testimony, but is she necessarily at fault for that?
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
I've got nothing else to explain. The last I saw...
What? Or never told Grace he was
God
sick.
damn it. Bro, how did I mess it up?
Maybe Grace has some kind of reason for lying about what Wolfgang said this morning.
How? If anything, telling you the truth is putting my ass on the line.
Fair, she would have benefited from lying about this. I
Why
gotta fuck
don't
that
you
up.
tell everyone the truth, Grace?
I've got nothing else to explain.
Oh, that was at 8 a.m. though. And 9 a.m. was the tournament. So she would have gotten up. So that would have happened before she woke up, or what? I don't understand. Maybe there's a timeline. Wait a sec. Why am I having trouble with this? This is the first non-stop debate. It began at 9 a.m. was attended by 8 people. No, that's not right. It has. Fuck me, bruh.
The last I saw Wolfgang, he was in our dorm room.
Okay, hear me out. Secret hallways.
Shut up, bruh. Let me go through it again and see what they say. Secret hallways, I said no.
We would have found those by now.
Maybe Wolfgang was...
Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick.
I wouldn't lie about what he said.
What if Wolfgang used the elevator in the tree?
You're not helping.
What is the...
Why don't you tell everyone the truth?
I've got nothing. The last I saw Wolfgang, he was in our dorm room.
Hey, hear me out.
Maybe Wolfgang was carried by the killer.
That, or Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick.
I wouldn't lie about what he said.
Oh, fuck, I'm dumb.
What
Wait,
if
am I dumb?
Wolfgang used the elevator in the tree?
You're not helping.
I didn't realize that was an agree. I thought
Why
that was
don't
a...
you tell everyone the truth?
Okay, I'm dumb. I didn't know that was an agreed thing. I thought that was a contradiction one. Okay. Let me look at... Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick. Never told Grace. I'm confused now. I'll just...
Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick.
I wouldn't lie about what he said.
Oh, I fucking lost. God damn it. I'm so dumb. Okay. Sorry, whoever's watching. I'm really dumb.
You tell everyone the truth?
I don't know why I'm doing so bad right now. I'm just gonna throw something out there and see if it works.
Never.
Bro, what?
Maybe.
Help!
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
Damn. God, what do I do, bruh? Why am I so lost right now? I'm actually stuck. I really don't know what the answer is. I feel like it's like right in front of me and I just don't know what it is. I'll put something else out there
Nothing
again.
else to explain.
Bro!
How?
It can't be that one then. It has
Why
to be
don't you
carried by
tell
the killer
everyone
one.
the truth, Grace?
Let me go through it again. Carried by the killer. It can't be this one.
Wolfgang used the elevator in the tree.
You're not helping.
Elevator? That's not right, bruh. What's going on, bruh?
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
Carried by the killer, maybe.
Explain. The last I saw of Wolfgang, he was in our dorm room.
Okay, hear me out.
He was carried by.
I hate
No,
everything.
that's wrong.
Okay. Fuck. Sorry for the long. Oh my god. Okay.
It's true Grace's testimony is inconsistent with where we found Wolfgang's body. But that's not Grace's fault. The only person we should be blaming is Wolfgang himself.
What the heck? Why are you blaming him?
Simple. Because he lied about being sick.
Seriously?
You can cooperate. Can't you, Toshiko? During the investigation, you told me you saw Wolfgang in the hallways at 8:10 a.m.
That's after I left.
Yes. I remember now. Ingrid.
You remember
She
now. You
developed
forgot
a
though.
headache, so I went to the pharmacy to find some medication. The trip itself went fine, but when I returned to the hallway, I found myself face to face
with Wolfgang?
Hold the phone! Toshiko actually saw Wolfgang?
We had a normal, pleasant exchange. He appeared perfectly healthy and even mentioned going to the tournament. Of course, he never made it.
I don't want to be that guy, but can anyone confirm this?
Mm-hmm. I heard them chatting a while in my room. Though I was bedridden like a sitting ghost, I could still make out their voices here and there.
Strange. He told Grace he wouldn't attend the tournament, but then said the opposite to Toshiko.
Sounds like he was telling fibs to conceal his actual intentions.
And what's his true plan supposed to be?
To go to the boiler room. Most likely.
I'm lost. What business would a guy like him have down there?
That I can also answer. That's blasphemy! That's blasphemy! That's blasphemy! Where's a note? Where's a note?
This is it.
This is it. This is Dick. Me
During
when I'm
the
introducing someone to me.
investigation, I found this note tucked away inside Wolfgang's blazer pocket. A lot of it is water damaged. The paper looks like it was ripped from a notebook, and the handwriting was done in ink, but some parts are still legible.
This mentions the boiler room.
Exactly. The fact we found Wolfgang in the boiler room, and this note in his pocket, it can't be a coincidence. This note must be the reason Wolfgang went there.
That mention of a secret sure is suspicious. I'm willing to bet Wolfie's reason had something to do with it.
Agreeing to meet a stranger in some spooky, dark place? Wolfgang had nerves of steel.
Ulysses, Grace, do you remember Wolfgang getting delivered a weird note?
No. The only time I recall him receiving anything was when Tozu distributed those envelopes.
I don't know anything about a note.
Really? Wolfgang shared nothing with you guys?
Guess he didn't want them to know what it said.
Right. And if Wolfgang wanted to keep this note a secret, he would obviously want to keep the meeting a secret too.
Then the reason he told Grace he felt sick
was to remove her from the picture. Yeah.
What?
Once she's not in the room,
Oh, okay.
Wolfgang has his opportunity to sneak out
I
and
thought you
head
meant, like, kill her.
downstairs.
Okay, I was
That's
confused.
also why he encouraged her to attend the tournament.
Didn't this same guy ask us to share our blackmail with each other? Talk about double standards.
Are we sure he wasn't just trying to protect Grace? Maybe he knew he was meeting someone dangerous, so he thought it would be safer not to involve her.
That does sound like something Wolfgang would do.
Well, you don't know him very well. You only knew him for a few days, so...
Not to interrupt, but on the subject of blackmail, did Wolfgang ever confront the person he had?
Oh? You don't know whose blackmail he got?
Well, if you recall what Wolfgang said originally. Regardless of the blackmail's contents, it would be treated as a matter between the recipient and the subject of the blackmail, and no one else. Which makes me wonder, could whether or not Wolfgang confronted his person clue us into what had originally been written on that note?
I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
If that person somehow realized Wolfgang carried their blackmail, but never came forward about it, they could have demanded Wolfgang show it to them. Hence the mention of a secret. However, if Wolfgang did confront his person, I don't see why that same person would then send him a threatening note. Not least act coy about information they both know.
If the person being blackmailed wasn't the one who wrote the note, who was?
Obviously, it would be the student with Wolfgang's blackmail.
Oh, I knew that.
Yes, the secret in question may actually be a reference to
So it's in a
Wolfgang's
big Damon
blackmail,
suspicious.
not the sender's.
Is there any way to figure out whose secret it is?
We'd probably need to know whose blackmail Wolfgang had first.
Oh, I've got just the idea. Yo! Person who Wolfgang had blackmail on! If he gave you your blackmail back, can you say something?
Don't forget the person with Wolfgang's blackmail.
Oh, right. Hey! Person who's got Wolfgang's blackmail! If you're innocent, say something already!
Is he gonna say something? I wonder. If I'm innocent, I should say something. Would telling everyone I have Wolfgang's blackmail really guarantee my innocence in their eyes? I don't know. Although everyone may follow my direction during the trial, since they can't ignore the evidence on my side, when it comes to me of all people owning Wolfgang's blackmail, how do I know they won't suddenly change their tune? They might chastise me for not revealing his blackmail sooner, or maybe they'll think I'm confessing and accuse me of murdering him. It's not like I wouldn't be able to refute their arguments, but I do really want to do I really want to subject myself to all of that? Well, it might become worse down the road if you don't do it now, so... Does the trajectory of this trial really depend on whether or not I...
I was hesitant to admit it.
What?
Since I knew it would put me on the spot. But I'd rather be suspected than be the reason this trial comes to a standstill.
Eh?
Are you confessing? Do you have Wolfgang's blackmail?
Nah, not his.
Seriously?
Oh, what?
Way to be anticlimactic.
However, it's thanks to him that I have my own.
Your own?
Wolfgang approached me the same day everyone received an envelope.
Okay, John just
Funnily
saved me, wow.
It happened right after I'd finished speaking with my own person.
Wolfgang approached me the same day everyone received an envelope. Okay.
He and we had a good talk. He gave me his envelope and asked me to take care of it, if you need the proof.
Ah, Wolfgang's envelope had the same signature.
Aye. I held on to the letter for safekeeping. This should have all been said sooner. I realized that. I suppose my pride was stronger than my rectitude. My mistake for stringing everyone along.
I mean, at least you're honest.
Truth? Thanks for letting us know, bud.
Indeed. To recognize, to acknowledge one's own misdoings is a most virtuous feat, I believe.
Right. It's very noble.
Wow. If I revealed my blackmail right now, would everyone treat me the same? Would they be just as forgiving?
I take it our other blackmail person isn't gonna step forward?
If nothing happens, let's just have everyone recite whose blackmail they got one by one.
Huh? You sure that's a good idea?
No one's reciting shit.
It was only a suggestion. Calm your farm.
Even if we knew who had Wolfgang's blackmail, that doesn't necessarily mean they're his killer. It's annoying they won't speak up, sure, but unlike John, they would actually need to reveal Wolfgang's blackmail to prove they have it. This person might just want to respect Wolfgang's request to keep the blackmail between two people, especially now that he's gone.
I don't know. Is it really okay if we never find out?
Circumstantial evidence alone can't prove something beyond a reasonable doubt. If we want to solve this case, we need indisputable evidence.
Yeah, it's like doing a jigsaw puzzle without the box art to help you.
Alright, Eva knows that I have his blackmail, but she won't step up either.
The cases, or...
Obviously, the case.
What? Oh, okay.
The more pieces you
Dumbass.
connect, the clearer the image you're constructing becomes. The clearer the image, the more you can assume about it. Do you see what I'm saying? Once we know how Wolfgang died, the rest of this case should fall into place.
You certainly talk a lot stranger than you used to. But I think I get it.
Well, I don't want to be the one to start, but we can all agree Wolfgang was stabbed to death, right?
Stabbed to death?
When I was in the boiler room, I saw a knife bobbing around in the water near him. And on the ground, there was blood. Dried blood. On the boiler room floor and on the hallway floor.
That's gotta be Wolfgang's blood, right?
The knife was bloody, so...
Huh. Seems like a brawl happened in the hallway. While poor Wolfie was minding his own business, he was confronted by the killer.
It's obviously way more confusing
who
than
attacked
that.
him and chased him into the boiler room.
That would line up with how we found him.
The killer stabbed Wolfgang in the hallway, then followed him into the boiler room? No, that's not what happened. I need to show everyone where they've gone wrong. It's not that wrong, but come on. Non-stop debate. Let's do this. Storage closet, don't see hand, blah, 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 blah.
Is this really how
Where is
you
storage
guys
closets?
think Wolfgang died?
Storage closets, where are you? There you are. Oh, okay, it's just the people who entered each closet.
The bloody knife is way too big of a coincidence. It was floating in the water right next to it.
Not just that. There's blood on the boiler room floor and along the underground hallway.
Yep.
A confrontation must have happened in those hallways.
Maybe.
Nah, it was probably a sneak attack. The
Maybe.
killer snuck up on Wolfgang, stabbed him from behind, and the rest is history.
It might be that.
With that knife-wielding villain on his tail, Wolfgang had no other place to run but the boiler room.
Let me check the tablet, see what it says. Does it say anything about a stab wound on him? I think that might be it then. I think I just missed
So,
it.
the killer entered the boiler room after him. Which was when they, you know, ended it.
Okay.
Is this really how Boston walking around?
The boy knife is way too big of a coincidence. It was floating in the water right next to it. Not just that, there's blood on the boiler room floor. And along the underground hot line. The confrontation must have happened in the carbon. Yeah, it was probably sneak attack.
The killer snuck up on him from behind.
Yeah, I'm so good at this game. Don't think about earlier when I got stuck for like 10 minutes or something. Maybe 5. But I got this one
Jack,
first try.
You talk a lot about the knife and the bloodstains on the floor, but did you ever look at Wolfgang himself?
I gave him a glance. Nothing too deep.
I figured. Had you actually taken the time to look at Wolfgang's back, you would have noticed a clear absence of stab wounds. In fact, none of the injuries he sustained were the type to cause severe blood loss. Seriously. We went over the same thing with Cassidy during the mock trial. Couldn't you give Wolfgang the dignity of a proper investigation?
Hey, man! It's not like I didn't try! It's just... this stuff doesn't come easy, you know? Nobody wakes up thinking they'll have to solve their buddy's murder later.
Isn't that exactly what you should be worrying about in a killing game?
Not everyone has the stomach for investigating. That's fine. That's why you got people like me to do the heavy lifting. Since some of us here weren't able to investigate Wolfgang's body, I'll lay out his injuries. There were 2 marks on the back of his neck, a bruise, and a tiny red dot. His hands were burnt too, so 3 injuries in total. Besides that, I caught nothing else.
Burns, you say?
Junior high, my dear Wilson. The killer used a flamethrower.
These didn't look like normal burns. Not the sort you'd get from a stove fire, or a hot iron, or a flamethrower, I suppose.
Contradicting my theory outright? Jeez. So this is the thanks I get for vocalizing
You can
my
shut
thoughts?
up and die and be annoying somewhere else.
Sorry, lass.
Yes, if I may add on to what John said, the burns actually bore a strong resemblance to what you might see in cases of corona paralysis.
Chiaro... Huh?
Ooh, now this I know. Coronoparalysis. It's something which happens to lightning strike victims. Getting struck by lightning is like getting kicked by a horse. The impact is so shocking. Some people will lose all feeling in their limbs for a few hours.
I was aware of lightning paralysis, but even I didn't know its official name. That's a nice head you've got on your shoulders.
Lots of people tend to overlook the importance of lightning safety, especially where I'm from. My grandpappy once tried working out in the open during a thunderstorm. Pure luck's the only reason he lived to see the next day.
Sorry to hear that and all, but what does lightning have to do with anything?
Well, if I had to guess, Ulysses, did it look like a big old tree was drawn on Wolfie?
A big old tree. Yes, that's how I would describe the burns on Wolfgang.
So Wolfgang had lightning strike scars?
Huh? We're trapped inside a building, though. Lightning can't come from anywhere.
Could he not have been struck before the killing game? Fate is stronger than will, you know.
We saw its hands.
Perhaps the deity decreed the glow of his altruism from their heavenly abode and felt him a threat.
Nay, those burns were fresh. One look was all it took for me to know that. If he had these scars before, we would have noticed them anyway.
But if those marks were recently inflicted, wouldn't it mean Wolfgang somehow went outside?
Not necessarily. This is only something I thought of just now, but the reason Wolfgang sustained burns similar to that of lightning strike victims may be because whatever inflicted his burns was equivalent in damage to a lightning strike.
You saying there's something out here channeling the power of lightning?
Something equivalent in damage to a lightning strike. The idea sounded ridiculous, but when I think back on the boiler room and what was inside of it, right, if I take that object into consideration, Ulysses' theory starts to hold some weight. The generator, obviously, like it blowing up or deflecting, could have struck him.
This is it.
There we go, we're good. I did that in 3
Ulysses,
seconds.
Since you write everything down, do you have a description of the boiler room in your notebook?
Yes, I do. Why?
Since some people here never investigated the crime scene, they probably aren't as familiar with the room as we are. So, you should read out your description of it.
Sure. The boiler room consists of a small concrete platform surrounded by ankle-deep water. Throughout the room are boxes filled with various garbage, and in the back looks to be a generator, charred beyond belief. What you just heard is a brief summary of my notes.
Hear that? There's a generator inside the boiler room. Of all the things which could deal similar damage to a lightning strike, doesn't a generator sound the most likely?
Didn't Ulysses say it was destroyed?
At the time of the investigation, sure. But it wasn't always destroyed. You probably don't remember. But back when we found the dummy, I mentioned something about the underground floor.
Got it.
To be more specific, it was the boiler room I woke up inside. I hadn't been alone either.
I woke up first.
Yeah. She did. Anyway.
Yeah,
Ava,
she did.
You agree the generator was in full working condition when we woke up, right?
Right. So in the time since you woke up there, the generator was destroyed?
It's the only possible. As for what destroyed the
sorry.
generator, well, it's hard to say for sure. My best guess would probably be...
Don't waste my time.
Oh, you cock. Why? I knew that was gonna happen, bruh.
2 things. First, destroyed is overly vague. Ulysses explained the state of the generator much better. Charred beyond belief. Second, and more importantly, where's your proof the generator inflicted those burns?
What are you talking about?
I was literally about to,
The
wasn't
generator
I?
must be involved. It's near where Wolfgang is lying.
Being within range of something counts as proof now, does it? Do you also consider happenstance as conclusive evidence? Finding out a standard shift? If so.
That's...
Damn it, she's trying to make me look like an idiot. If I let this continue, the others might start to doubt me. I need to stop her before she veers the trial off track. Why is she fucking trying to do this, bro? What an idiot. Think again. Oh, you're right. Oh my god. Holy moly. Okay. Sometimes doing dislike arguments so much that they will initiate a one-on-one debate with you. Rebuttal showdown. Okay. Yep. Okay. Reach your play percentage of the shape, size, and position of your opponent's remarks. There's a lot going on here. Okay. Well, this was in the other game, so it shouldn't be too confusing. It's just like I'm trying to think like what it's saying. To battle. Rebuttal showdown. I don't know.
While the generator may look suspicious, consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days in which the generator might have been destroyed.
No, the blackout is definitely connected to Wolfgang's death. There's a certain piece of evidence which proves the two events are correlated.
While the generator may look suspicious, consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days.
Bro, what?
Do I really? Day 1, we were Day 3, and Day 5 in the period between days. While the generator may look suspicious,
I think I know what to do.
consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period
not
of
true.
almost 4 days.
Bro,
Do
what?
I- Day 1, and while the generator may look suspicious, consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days, in which the generator might have been destroyed. While the generator may look suspicious,
do I have to break everything? Maybe I have to keep going. Maybe I just have to break everything. Fuck.
If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days, in which the generator might have been destroyed.
Oh, advanced. God, I'm so dumb, bro. God damn it.
What about the blackout? It's impossible for the generator to cause the blackout if it was already broken prior to the tournament.
What about the blackout? The building may very well have lost its power at any point before or after the blackout.
Yes!
I'll cut through those words!
Good at this game! Ooh. Also, you dumb? Like, the power would have went out if it went the blackout. Oh,
when the blackout happened, it froze a piece of equipment which had been set up for the game tournament, Mark's DJ pad. While there was no physical clock inside the dining hall, a digital one has been built into Mark's pad. If you look at what time the digital clock is frozen on, it matches the time of death listed on the tablet, 9:35 a.m.
True.
Well, Mark, is this true?
There's no point in me saying anything when someone else has already said it better.
Just answer with a yes or no, will you?
Yes.
In any case, the matching times are too much of a coincidence. The destruction of the generator caused the blackout, and the blackout occurred at the time of the murder. There's no way the destruction of the generator wasn't tied to Wolfgang's death.
What do you suppose happened then?
I'm willing to bet the generator's destruction resulted in the boiler room's water becoming electrified. Since Wolfgang was discovered kneeling in the water, we can reason he was standing in it at the time this happened.
The water's not electric.
Damon, you and I both know that's not true.
Huh?
Did you forget? It's impossible for the water in the boiler room to play a role in Wolfgang's murder, because it isn't even conductive.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It's not? After Damon and I woke up in the boiler room, I wanted to investigate the flooded area. So, I tested the water.
Should put your light bulb in.
I even redid my test during the investigation, since Damon wasn't sure if he should touch Wolfgang's wet clothes. In both instances, I proved the water was safe to enter. To be honest, neither result really surprised me. Water will only act as a conductor if it makes contact with 2 separate energy sources. The boiler room's generator is just one source.
If you're standing in the water, one outlet should be enough. Speaking from experience, large bodies of water are terrifying conductors during storms. All it takes is one lightning bolt, and the surrounding miles are scorched.
But the generator is a slow, persistent source of electricity. It's not the same as a lightning strike.
Electricity is electricity. Doesn't matter how it manifests. The reason you two avoided electrocution is because the generator's exposed wires aren't even touching the water. If they were, you would have been scorched right from the start.
Maybe when the generator was destroyed, some of the wiring fell into the water?
Nah.
Oh, the cord,
even in its
right?
current sorry state, the generator's wires are nowhere near the water.
It doesn't make sense for the generator to pose a danger anyway. The point of the killing game is for the students to kill each other, not for the facility to kill the students. A feature of the building killing a student would be a meaningless death because you can't attribute a student killer to it.
As for why the generator's been charred, sometimes electrical faults happen. Even my ship's engines have broken under particularly relentless storms.
It can't be
and if an electrical fault caused Wolfgang's death, then his murder is purely on the hosts, ain't it?
Of course! If we were responsible for his death, your lot wouldn't be here discussing it.
Is the generator really unrelated to the case? But the timing of the blackout, it's too perfect. It can't be a coincidence.
Okay, since we've ruled out the generator, what else could have electrocuted Wolfgang?
It mightn't be relevant, but I did see one other thing on the boiler room floor. A toy gun or something. At least, that's how it came across to me.
Not a toy gun, a taser gun.
A taser? I'll shoot electricity!
I'm not sure how the taser fits in with this case, though. It doesn't seem to have been used.
Nope. The taser was definitely used.
How so? I didn't catch any sort of string protruding from it.
Not all taser guns release a string when fired. Some are completely wireless. For those types, you can tell they've been used if their blast doors are missing.
That's what you're trying to
Side
say.
note,
Okay.
blast doors are plastic panels which cover the muzzle of a taser. If a shot is fired, they pop clean off. When I was investigating the crime scene, I found the taser gun in one spot and its blast doors in another. Speaks for
So
itself.
it was used. Okay.
And here I was thinking the yellow bits were just random trash.
Where the
stupid.
heck did a taser gun even come from? Last time I checked, there weren't any lying around in the storage closets.
Maybe it belongs to someone here.
Huh?
You mean Desmond, probably.
Just think about it for 1 second. Everyone here has a dorm room which is themed around their talent. Mine's got DJ equipment, Jet's got car batteries. If that's what we have with our talents, what could someone with a dangerous talent have?
Are you talking about, like, knives and stuff? What? Is there something on my face?
Forget this. The person I'm talking about is Desmond.
Huh? No way! You think the gun is Desmond's?
Yeah.
Hang on. You've got it all mixed up.
Jean, do you know anything about this? As Desmond's roommate, perhaps you spotted something inside his dorm.
Alas, we stayed in my abode. I couldn't tell you if he had weapons.
Talk about suspicious.
Did Desmond agree to bunk in Jean's dorm so Jean wouldn't see the weapons in his?
Listen, I get where you guys are coming from, but that taser gun, it's not mine. I've never seen anything like it.
No, that's a lie.
A lie?
His attempt to feign innocence won't fool me. Not when I know the truth. Saving time. What am I doing right now? What proves Desmond is lying? His blackmail, maybe? He's talking about his talent. Let's choose talent, I guess. Okay, I'm done.
A marksman is off like I...
Fuck me. Okay. His blackmail.
I got it.
I'm stupid, sorry.
The blackmail tools you gave us. That's my evidence.
You didn't get mine, did you?
No. But the person who did informed me of what it said.
With his weapons at hand, Desmond guards the only one he trusts.
The writing style seems to match. I think it's legit.
That's more than a little suspicious, don't you think? Leaving a bunch of weapons unguarded during a killing game?
Don't judge me. This is the first time I'm hearing of it too.
With his weapons at hand, Desmond guards the only one he trusts.
You didn't know there were weapons in your room?
Yep. No idea.
Our rooms aren't particularly subtle in their theming. Are we supposed to believe yours is any different?
It is themed. I'm not denying that. But I sure as hell didn't catch sight of any weapons. If I did, do you seriously think I'd leave them unguarded and risk being found out?
Yeah. Desmond cares too much about everyone. He pointed out the broken doorknobs and gave us the idea to bunk together. Why would he hide weapons in his room?
Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent and found the taser gun hidden inside.
That's probably it, yeah.
There's no other way to
yeah,
explain
it's
it.
unlocked.
So while Desmond gets a bunch of guns, all I get is an old game console and a dead controller.
Take the bad with the good, dearest people. No one fears game consoles. Well, no one besides parents and the religiously inclined.
True.
Enough talking about consoles. Why are you guys believing Desmond so easily? If the taser gun belongs to him, then he's the killer. Any argument he makes against it is just a flimsy excuse.
What? Bro, you're just assuming things.
Desmond is the killer. The taser gun came from his room.
I had no idea the gun even existed. I was barely in my dorm to begin with.
Because he wanted to draw attention away from your weapons hoard.
But
If this is about avoiding suspicion, why did Desmond say the taser gun was fired? I don't think a killer would draw attention to their own murder weapon.
I was with Desmond.
Wait, no, fuck, that was it. God damn
Reverse
it.
psychology. You spin a little.
Shut up. That's really easy, yeah.
I had no idea the gun even existed. I was barely in my door to begin with.
Oh, but how does this have to, what does that have to do with what they're talking about? Because I'm not really computing anything.
Avoiding suspicion. Why did Desmond say the taser gun was fired? I don't think a killer would draw attention to their own murder weapon.
I
Boom! I don't see what this has to do with anything, but I guess I'll agree with it.
Regardless of whether or not Desmond knew about the gun, he definitely wasn't involved
He was
in the
with
murder.
her. Okay, that makes
Eloise can back me up on this.
Right. Desmond and I, we were together in the courtyard at the time of Wolfgang's death.
I see. Then both of you can be ruled out as suspects.
Don't just take her word for it. She could be covering for Desmond.
Jeez, if you have a bone to pick with these guys, at least save it for when we're not solving a murder.
Yeah. Why don't you want to believe Eloise?
Ever since the investigation, these two yuppies have been on my case non-stop. They're obviously working together.
Not gonna lie, I see where Grace is coming from. When Eloise tried to single her out earlier, Desmond was pretty quick to jump in and agree.
Even so, since the topic has been brought up, I would like to mention something. During my trip to the pharmacy, I believe I saw Desmond and Eloise in the courtyard together.
You also said you were back in the hallways around 8-10 a.m., didn't you? That means those two were wandering around unsupervised. Either one of them could have left the courtyard.
If Desmond was the killer, what would Eloise gain from defending him? Should the wrong vote be cast? Nothing about the rules suggests an accomplice of the killer would be exempt from execution.
True.
That's right. And even if she was exempt, Eloise
That's
is too
not-
nice to be an accomplice to murder.
Grace, I realize Desmond's irked you, but that's no reason to keep steering everyone down a dead end. Let's
I
move
agree.
on.
A person who's always steering others down a dead end, huh? I guess they needed a GPS. Anyway, we should totally thank
Just
Desmond
an
for
end.
clearing things up now. Not only do we know he's not the killer, now we know how the killer got their hands on the taser.
Now we know how... What?
Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent, and found the taser gun hidden inside.
Yup, that is word for word what Desmond said.
Right. Good memory.
All in a day's work, baby!
Shut up.
Can you repeat that quote, Cassidy?
Again. But I just said it.
Yeah, but I want you to say it again.
Alright. Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent and found the taser gun hidden inside.
Is there something on your mind?
If Desmond's testimony is anything to go by, then wouldn't this mean the culprit has to be male?
What?
If I remember correctly, all the guys were aware of each other's pairings. With that sort of knowledge, a male student could try and infiltrate another male student's dorm.
None of us knew which room we'd be bunking in.
It only takes a quick peek to check if someone's inside or not. Anyone could have done that.
And who's to say the thief didn't barge in before we started bunking?
Or while people were having breakfast.
Seems there was a mountain of opportunities for our culprit to sneak in unnoticed. Doesn't exactly help us narrow things down, does it?
Well, guess this taser gun was a bust.
Look on the bright side. If it's been fired, then it's probably what electrocuted Wolfie. If trying to suss out who
Sus.
stole it isn't feasible, why don't we talk about Wolfie's other injuries instead? You know, the ones that weren't burn marks? Those seem like they could lead us somewhere.
Yeah. Besides the burns on his hands, Wolfgang also had a bruise and a tiny red dot on the back of his neck.
A bruise and a tiny dot, huh? Want to try tackling them in alphabetical order?
Alphabetical order? Now, aren't you full of smart ideas?
No need to thank
Alright.
me. It's only common sense.
There's two
Okay,
things. Okay.
let's discuss the bruise first.
There's assessing the bruise. Okay. I don't know where this chapter's gonna go at all, Loki. I don't have any ideas. I'm still lost.
I think it's safe to say
Neck.
the killer didn't use
Still
a
loin pin,
flamethrower.
Knife. Shut up. This is Wolfgang's neck, probably. That's probably it. I agree.
Maybe Wolfgang got into a fight? Someone might have attacked him and aimed for his neck.
If you can even reach that high.
Either way, something must have hit him.
What if Wolfie fell over?
No.
With how spindly he is, one tiny misstep could leave the poor fella bruised for days.
Skinny guys bruise easily, eh? Right.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I think it's safe to say the killer.
Oh, hit him. Hit him. What if someone hit him?
Maybe Wolfgang got into a fight. Someone might have attacked him and aimed for his neck.
If you can even
Reach that high.
Either way, something must.
Boom!
Got it.
I'm so good at this game. What makes you think it's this though? I guess he's just throwing stuff out there.
Kai is right. Something did hit Wolfgang.
Really? Man. And I was only blurting out the first thing which came to mind. Anyway, from how you're wording things, do you know what that something is?
A rolling pin.
Eh?
Wolfgang was hit with a rolling pin.
How on earth did you reach that conclusion?
Ava and I found this pin inside storage closet A, which is just a few feet from the crime scene. Coincidentally, the pin also has a dent.
You sure that's enough to say it's involved? Could just be a flimsy pin.
No. There's something else which solidifies this pin's role in the murder. Handprints. 2 of them on the edge of the pin.
So the killer used a rolling pin to attack Wolfgang?
It certainly explains the bruising on his neck.
They must have wanted him to be unconscious so he wouldn't fight back.
Exactly. It would be easier to drag him into the water if he's not awake.
You reckon the killer purposely put Wolfie in the water?
Damn! With one electrified blow, Wolfgang is zapped to bits with the taser. Since he's lying in the water, he's definitely a goner.
Considering the logical ethos of the killer's rectitude, especially when governed under
Who's in to say
constricting
that
pressure,
someone not
leaving him
lying,
catatonic would be the most facile solution.
I guess it makes sense.
After shooting Wolfgang with the taser, what was the killer's next move? If I figure that out, I'll be one step closer to solving this case. Save again. Is Winona gonna say something or some shit? Okay, never mind. I'm good.
So let me get this straight. The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into Closet A?
When exactly did they discard the pin?
They couldn't have done it when Eva and I were already downstairs. Because the 2 of us went inside Closet A.
In the closet?
Backup generator, remember? Jed and I checked Closet B. Damon and Kai checked Closet C. Eva and Grace checked Closet A.
What am I supposed to do
And
right
John
now?
and Mark checked Closet D.
The killer just discarded the pin before we came downstairs.
Yeah, I think Mark's right. The killer could run upstairs, discarding the pin.
So let me get this straight. The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin.
Storage
and then
closets.
chucked the pin into Closet A?
I don't think it's that. It might be. I feel like it's the footsteps. I don't know. It must be C. Okay. Let's do C.
Checked closet. Closet C.
Boom. God damn it.
Brain dead? Eva and I were together.
Bruh,
So let me get
you
this
just fucked
straight.
me over.
The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet.
They couldn't have done it.
I think I got it actually. I think I know what it is. It's not Andy, it's Martin Mark talks.
The killer just before downstairs.
Bruh, what?
Leave me out of this.
So let me get this straight.
Oh, I only have one more chance. I'm so lost right now. It's not that one, 100% not that one. I feel like it's the footsteps though, I don't know. Oh god. Maybe it's
The
that.
killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet
They couldn't have done it. When Eva and I were already downstairs. Because the two of us went inside closet
Closet B.
Let's see if I get it
Eva and
right.
Grace checked closet.
God damn, I lost. Okay. Fuck.
So let me get
Oh no,
this
I'm still
straight.
good. Never mind. Couldn't have been even I were downstairs. It's true. Let's listen to it again.
The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet
Eva and I were already downstairs.
It's true.
Because the two of us went
To find the backup. Closet A. And Jean and Mark checked closet D.
Just discarded the pin. Before walking downstairs.
Fuck me, bro.
So let me get this. The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet A. When exactly did they discard the pin? They couldn't have done it. When Eva and I were already downstairs. Because the two of us went inside closet A.
I ran out of time. God damn it.
So let me
I don't know why this is so difficult. Fuck.
The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet A. When exactly did they discard the pin? They couldn't have done it. When Eva and I were already downstairs. Because the two of us went inside closet A.
God damn it.
The killer just discarded the pin before we came downstairs. Yeah, I think Mark's right. Because the killer could run upstairs and go back to their room.
immediately after.
That? Bruh.
You really gonna disagree with me on?
Cassidy discussed this matter earlier in the trial.
So let me get this
Immediately after. Immediately after. Immediately. After. Could it be that? Footsteps? I'll try it. Fuck, I don't know.
Check the pin in the closet, eh?
Oh god. I'm so bad at this.
The killer just discarded the pin before we came downstairs. Yeah, I think Mark's right. Because the killer could come upstairs and go back to her room.
Immediate.
No, that's wrong! Bruh. God damn it. Fuck me.
Diana, there's proof the killer fled the underground hallway at a later time, when the tournament attendees were looking for a backup generator. Kai and I heard someone run past our room.
Huh?
Oh man, that's right. We were just exploring the closet when all of a sudden we heard footsteps in the hallway. That's when Damon decided he was gonna follow where the footsteps came from and entered the boiler room.
Did anyone else hear these footsteps?
Nope. Not ringing any bells.
Yeah, Jen and me didn't really hear it over all our talking.
I heard the footsteps.
Huh? You did?
Well, I initially thought it was my imagination, so I never said anything.
Ashamed to say I also brushed off the footsteps. Thought I was hearing things. However, since other people can attest to hearing them...
Then someone else was on the underground floor with us.
Before anyone tries to bring it up, none of the tournament attendees could have been the person running. Since everyone explored the closets in pairs, they all have solid alibis.
I'm sure we can all vouch for that, aye?
Everyone was still in their closets after Damon and I found Wolfgang. So...
Considering the footsteps were moving away from the crime scene, I think it's safe to say they belong to the killer.
Wouldn't that mean the killer fled while you guys were exploring the rooms?
Hold up! So the killer had been right next to us?
Doy, that's a given.
Huh? How are you so calm after hearing that? The only thing which stood between us and a murderer was a door. What if they attacked us?
Well, they didn't, so I don't see what the problem is.
Sheesh, you're weird.
Why not run away earlier, though? Fleeing while everyone is searching seems really risky.
Maybe it was a miscalculation?
It's not impossible, I guess.
If not that, then maybe the killer returned to the boiler room after discarding the pin?
Sounds pretty meat-headed if you ask me.
Yes, you'd think a killer would use that moment to run away.
For the two who heard the footsteps, describe the sound.
It was kinda... socky. As in, it sounded pretty soft. Like the person had taken off their shoes.
Saki, huh? Seems this killer was purposefully trying to keep quiet.
Cause their footsteps were soft?
That seems like a leap in logic.
No, I get what she's saying.
That sounded suspicious, bro.
Everyone here has socks on, I'm pretty sure. So any one of us could have run down the hallway. The thing with shoes is, not everyone here has the same kind. If the killer had worn theirs, we might have been able to figure out their footwear from the sound it made on the floor. Then we just have to single out the person with that footwear. Man, it would have been so easy to find the killer.
We already can find the killer, though.
What?
Oi.
What?
Are you pulling out leg?
I'm completely serious. Picture a map of the building complex in your head. The building with the dorms is on the left, the courtyard is in the middle, and the building with the tree is on the right. Now, try and pin everyone's locations during Wolfgang's murder. Once you do that, the identity of the killer will definitely become clear.
Diana.
Is the killer someone whose position we can't place?
Diana, it's Diana, bruh. I said it was her earlier, I think it's still her. Let's see if I'm right.
No, it's not about position. Wolfgang's killer can easily lie about their location during the murder. The only thing distinguishing their testimony from everyone else's is that theirs can't be corroborated.
In which case, our killer... Yes, that's right. The only one here who can possibly be the killer is you. gonna choose it immediately. It's you.
It has to be.
I knew it.
You! Diana, it's you, isn't it?
Her? The makeup girl?
She's the only one here without an alibi. Those of us who attended the tournament can obviously
Wouldn't that make
be
it really
ruled out.
easy
And
for
as
her
for
to be
those who
found out?
didn't, Desmond and Eloise were in the courtyard. Toshiko and Ingrid were in the same dorm room.
What about Winona? She never mentioned an alibi.
Give me a break.
Winona and I were in the building with the tree all morning. In fact, yes, Desmond and Eloise should have witnessed us walking over there, as those two were in the courtyard at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
In that case, Diana really is the only one without an alibi.
Guys,
if she's the person who fled the boiler room, those footsteps we heard make a lot more sense. Heels make a pretty loud clop sound on hard floors, and the underground hallway's floor is pretty hard. Diana would obviously want to take them off. Also, heels aren't comfy to run in.
Whoa! I didn't even think of it like that. You're totally right, though. Since Diana's the only one here with heels, she would have to take them off.
Guys, what are you talking about? Me? A killer? Do you really think I could be a killer?
Yes.
The fact you weren't at the tournament is incriminating enough.
Not just that. Everyone but you has an alibi.
But I do have an alibi, right, Ava?
Huh?
You woke up with me this morning, and you never saw me leave my dorm.
During the brief amount of time we were together, I never saw you leave. What you did after I left for the game tournament, however, is anyone's guess.
Ava wanted to help me and Cass set up the tournament, so we told her to swing by early.
For that reason, I left Diana's dorm at 8:05 a.m. I know the exact time since her room has a clock. I probably entered the dining hall around 8:10 a.m.-ish.
So much for an alibi then.
Diana, don't tell me.
Holy smokes, it's all falling into place!
Jigsaw.
Are we sure there hasn't been some sort of misunderstanding?
It's not possible. Diana can't be the killer. No! I refuse to believe it!
Looks like some people here aren't willing to face the facts. The fact, I don't know. Sorry. That's not a problem. I'll make them face the facts. Whether they like it or not, soon enough, nobody will be able to deny Diana killed Wolfgang.
If it was Diana inside that boiler room, could she be the one who left the blood trail? Because if so, that might be her blood on the knife, too.
Diana's blood? Are you saying she wounded herself? Wounded herself? What makes you think that? I don't know! Why else would the killer's blood be on their own weapon?
Did we not already agree? The killer was wielding a rolling pin?
Yeah.
Well,
give
maybe
me
they
a
had
sec.
both.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Let's continue this insane dilemma. Oh, what's happening? Oh yeah. Okay.
The rolling pin in one hand, and the knife in the other.
What?
Dual wielding weapons?
Yeah. What?
Oh, this killer's next level.
That person's point is clearly impossible. They should realize how much as much if I pointed that piece of evidence. So
if
to
it
refute.
was Diana inside that boiler room, could she be the...
She wounded her.
Oh, it's impossible. It might be Ingrid's actually. When I think about it. That? Fuck. What am I doing?
There were only two.
Yeah. Okay.
If it was Diana...
Let's try this out. See if it
Could
works.
she be the one who left the blood?
God damn it.
I can't...
Okay, someone else. Okay.
If it was Diane...
Did I just fucking die, bro? Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Jesus. I've lost like 3 times.
If
Holy
it
shit.
was Diana inside that boiler room, could she be the one who left the blood trail? Because if so, that might be her blood on the knife,
Storage
too.
classes have anything to do with this? She's not in any of them, so no reason to do that.
Diana's blood?
No. Fuck, I'm stupid. I'm just lost. Maybe there's someone else I'm missing. Oh. Oh, I got it. I got
If
it.
it was Diana...
No, that's wrong. Does he say no, that's wrong? Because that'd be funny if he did. There we go.
Copy on our own weapon. I don't have it. They were only so.
Bro, you're talking about the
If
rolling
it
pin, aren't
was
you?
Diana inside that boiler room, could she be the one who left the blood trail? Because if so, that might be her blood on the knife, too.
Who left the blood trail?
Diana's blood? Why else? Hand?
Okay.
No, that's wrong!
I guess. Wait, I don't know why this is impossible, but we'll see.
No. The killer was only wielding the rolling pin during their confrontation with Wolfgang. You can tell just from looking at the pin. There are 2 handprints wrapped around the edge, as if the killer had been holding the pin like a tennis racket. Which makes sense, because you can swing with more force if you use both hands. And that's what a killer wants when trying to knock out a grown man.
Then, who held the knife?
It wasn't the killer, so it was most likely the only other person in the boiler room, Wolfgang Akire.
Akire? That's a
What the hell
Akire.
are you talking about? Wolfgang carrying a dangerous weapon? Bullshit!
If you were in his situation, wouldn't you? Wolfgang received an anonymous message asking him to meet in a basement, all whilst in the middle of a killing game. At that point, it doesn't matter how much of an optimist he is. He'd know better than to come unarmed.
A knife isn't super hard to find, either. Wolfgang probably just stole one from the kitchen.
Besides, if Diana is the one who got stabbed, it would explain the blood trail. Think about it. She arms herself with the rolling pin and attacks Wolfgang. getting hurt by him in the process. For some reason, possibly because of the blackout, she doesn't clean the blood trail she's leaving and returns to her dorm room after.
No! That's wrong!
She said it.
Huh?
I wasn't stabbed. If I was stabbed, then I'd have an injury. But there's nothing, right? There's nothing on me.
Depends. If a vein got nipped, you'd be seeing blood no matter the size of the cut. Of course, that also means a small cut will need bandaging, which I'm not seeing on you.
You may not see any injuries on Diana, but that doesn't mean they aren't there.
Makeup.
If she wanted, she could simply hide her injuries from view. After all, someone like her has exactly what it takes.
Makeup. She can hide them with makeup.
I got it.
Talent. As the ultimate cosmetologist, Diana could easily cover her wounds.
It makes sense. With the right equipment, she could probably disguise even a bandaged wound.
As Diana's bunking partner, I've seen firsthand how many different cosmetics are inside her room. So unfortunately, I have to agree.
Well, Diana, did I get anything wrong?
No. No. But
Wait. Diana, did you just say no? As in, no, you're not wrong that I covered up my wounds? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. You guys know what this means, right, guys? Diana basically just confessed!
Did she?
A confession?
I think she did by accident, but you know, whatever.
It makes sense, though, doesn't it? Diana got wounded, which proves she got in a fight with Wolfgang, which means all that stuff about Wolfgang going to the boiler room, all that stuff really did happen.
No shit, bruh.
I see.
Wait, what? I don't see what
I
you're saying.
see now what you were saying. Diana, she lured Wolfgang to the boiler room by writing him that note. And when he arrived, she attacked him and killed him. And now, she's been lying this entire trial, hoping we would never suspect her. Yeah! How cruel!
Yeah.
Diana, it wasn't me. I promise, it wasn't me.
To think she could preach about friendship after committing a violent crime.
And then try and sentence the rest of us to punishment.
Golly, you're right. If we voted for the wrong person,
You might still be voting for the
we
wrong
would have
person.
been
Maybe it's
executed.
That's so fucked! Seriously, Diana? What the hell is your damage?
Can we at least hear Diana's side of the story?
Her side?
Well, you know, Diana has, I just think it's fair we listen.
What does it matter what she says? Look at the evidence. This case, it's closed.
Is Damon gonna say something?
We know who the killer is. If you really want to ask for Diana's side of the story, then do it after the vote.
No. No, no!
Vote. That's right. We have to vote for the killer. Diana, I've proven beyond a reasonable doubt that she's the killer. I've proven it beyond a reasonable doubt, so...
No. No. No.
Why is it that when I hear her cry, I get this strange nagging feeling in my chest? Why does a tiny part of me want to believe the things she's saying? Why, all of a sudden, do I doubt myself? Here we go. Here's the part where I doubt myself and shit. There's 5. Whoa, holy moly.
Diana was the one who lured Wolfgang to the boiler room. Once he got there, she killed him immediately.
Then
Immediately?
she fled the crime scene, hoping the rest of us would never learn the truth.
I haven't used a knife yet,
Could
so
you,
let's see.
Diana?
Fuck off, guys. I don't really see anything about that.
Poor Wolfie was only trying to keep us together.
Was he?
But I would never murder Wolfgang.
If you don't have an alibi, Then you obviously did.
But I wanted to believe so badly that you were innocent. Why didn't I see you for who you were?
If this goes on any longer, I'm gonna be sick.
What are we waiting for then? Let's get this over with and vote!
Is Diana telling the truth? How is that possible when I already know the truth? It can't be possible, not unless...
Diana was the one who lured Wolfgang to the boiler room.
Close the door. Knife. Taser gun.
Once he got there,
Racist
she
testimony.
killed him immediately.
Then she fled the crime scene.
That has nothing to do. I don't know what to do here. Oh, maybe I know actually.
Hoping the rest of us would never learn the truth.
Could you do?
Maybe I don't know.
Wolfie was
I'm trying to think right now. I think it has to do with the note though.
Never murder Wolfgang.
If you don't have an alibi,
Then
you obviously did. If this goes on any longer, I'm gonna be sick. What are we waiting for then? Let's get this over with and vote!
Okay, what is it? What did he say in the beginning?
Once he got there, she killed him immediately.
Immediately, she says. No.
She fled.
God damn it! I clicked the wrong button. Okay, now I gotta go through this whole thing again. God damn it! I hate everything. I wish the fast forward was faster.
If you don't have an alibi, then you obviously did.
Exactly.
If this goes on any longer, I'm gonna be sick.
It said close the door, right? So they didn't. So she didn't kill immediately. This has to be right, right? Oh shit! There we go. Yes. No, that's wrong. Oh, he said no, that's wrong. Oh my god, it's awesome. No, that's wrong. This is so cool.
Hold on. Grace, you're overlooking a crucial detail. Do you recall the note I found in Wolfgang's blazer pocket? It asked him to meet in the boiler room at 8:15 a.m. But, according to the Tozu tablet,
he
died over an hour later at 9:35 a.m. That means Wolfgang didn't die right after he got to the boiler room.
What's your point?
My point is that the killer had no reason to lure Wolfgang to the boiler room and then wait over an hour to kill him. There's no guarantee another person won't enter the room during that time. It's in the killer's best interest to be in and out of there as fast as possible. When we originally discussed the note, we lacked the context to properly understand this time discrepancy. But if we go with your idea that Diana killed Wolfgang immediately, then that discrepancy becomes all too clear.
How do you know Wolfgang didn't just arrive late?
He was already on his way when I ran into him at 8:10 a.m. He must have arrived on time.
Same goes for the killer. I doubt Wolfgang would stay in the boiler room for long if no one came to meet
People are
him.
gonna get mad at me now because I'm not like I'm really suspecting her or some shit. But I'm just trying to get all the information clear, you know.
For that reason, we can assume Wolfgang was knocked unconscious soon after he arrived. But there's such a long period of time between him being knocked out and him being killed. Unless you want to tell me he and Diana were in an hour-long struggle, then I'm sure there's more to the mystery here.
Shut the fuck up!
I still like that. Grace, you're gay.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you see this is a trick? All of Diana's blubbering and crying is just a farce to make us think she's innocent.
I wouldn't fall for a farce like that. My only concern is the evidence not adding up.
If you're still not convinced Diana is the killer, then let me show you something you overlooked. I call it undeniable fucking proof!
I doubt it's undeniable, but let's see. Rebuttal. Showdown. What do we got? The doorknob.
I don't give a damn what Diana says! Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died.
Is it that?
How can the
fuck,
killer
what the
be
hell?
anyone but her?
Bro, I literally hit it.
I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi,
She doesn't have an
the
alibi.
blood from
so.
her wounds places her.
Is that not right? Or is that right? That might be right. Okay, let me try it. Usually every time I'm gonna get it wrong.
At the exact same room where Wolfgang died.
Come on!
How
What the
can
hell?
the killer be anyone but her?
Why is it not working?
I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, her. I don't give a damn what Diana says.
Yeah, I think it's glitching because I don't know what's
Not
happening.
only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang
Come
died.
on! Bro, what the
How
hell?
could the killer be anyone but her?
I think I'm doing it
damn what
right. I
Diana
just don't know what's
says.
happening.
Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where
Come
Wolfgang
on.
died. How can
What
the
the
killer
hell is
be
happening,
anyone
bro?
but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says.
This is getting really annoying.
Not only is she the one person without an alibi, I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, her
I'm just dying on purpose at this point because I
I
don't know
don't
what's
give a
happening.
damn. Not only is she the one person with.
Maybe
I
one.
don't
Oh
give
no,
a damn
fuck.
what Diana says. Not only is she the one person with.
I'm trying to fucking think what's
I don't
happening.
give a
I
damn
don't know
what
what's going
Diana
on.
says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi. I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi. The blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person with her.
Oh god, it's so annoying.
Not only is she the one person without an.
Die.
I don't give a
Let's try it
damn what
again.
Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died.
I don't know what's going on, bro.
How can the killer be any?
I guess I'm just gonna die again and then click give up because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't give a damn. Not only is she the one person with
stick
her
with me.
having no alibi.
Fucking chat.
I don't
is
give a
really
damn
annoying.
what Diana said. Not
It has to be a
only is
glitch,
she the
so
one person without it. I don't give a damn what Diana said. Not only is she the one person with her. I don't give a damn what Diana said. Not only is she the one person.
Oh god.
Not only is she the one person with her... I don't give a damn. Not only is she the one person... I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person with her... I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person with her... I don't give a damn what Diana says.
I've heard this so many times,
Not
bro.
only is she the one person with her... I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person...
Because I just saved recently for a second, if I just skip through this actually.
For that, but on the...
Shut the fuck up!
Okay,
What the fuck is...
my...
Oh, there's a map, goddammit. I never looked at the map before. Let's see if it works now. I might have to close the reopen again. So if this happens again, I'm gonna just alt F4 and try again. Let's see if it works.
Places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died.
Bro!
How could the killer be anyone but her?
I'm alt F4, I can't. Alright, we're gonna reopen it, because Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on. I want to finish this chapter right now, but, like, Jesus, I can't finish it if it keeps doing this. Come on, reopen. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see if it works now. Better work, better work, better work, better work. Make that work and make that work.
I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died.
Why?
How could the killer be anyone but her?
Okay, just give me a sec, chat. Okay, I think I might have realized what I did wrong, but I'm really confused about it, like why it's a fucking gameplay mechanic. Okay, let's just check me out for a second.
I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How could the killer be anyone but her?
God damn it.
I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her?
Oh, god damn it, what? So I'm supposed to, I'm trying to get,
Not only is she the one person without
I'm trying to get the
alibi,
middle on her side, not my
from her
side. I don't know how to do that though.
Places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her?
How the hell do I get on her side, bro?
I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How could the killer be anyone
I
but
did it.
her?
Bro, what is that? Please, please, please. Fuck me, dude. That was so broken. I don't understand why. That was really weird.
If Diana lured Wolfgang
Finally, I did it.
downstairs, why would she take over an hour to kill him? It doesn't make sense. Not when there's a risk of someone else entering the boiler room.
What risk? Diana wouldn't have to worry about anyone walking in because she could just lock the fucking door.
Fuck you.
I'll cut through those words.
Okay, that took way too long. I had to reopen the game
The
and
boiler
shit.
room
Diana
door
multiple
can't be
times.
relied
Jesus
upon
Christ.
here. If Diana locked it, she would be trapping herself inside the boiler room.
What?
The doorknob has been flipped so that the keyhole faces inside, while the lock faces outside. Had you investigated the crime scene more closely, you might have realized this detail sooner. In any case, locking the door would lock everyone inside the room, not outside. If Diana was the killer, she'd be better off leaving the door open.
How the heck do you even flip a doorknob? Sounds like something only a tradesperson could do.
Meh. You really think so? Swapping a doorknob is easy. Well, last time I did anything like it was a while ago, but everyone here knows knobs are screwable, right? If you get a screwdriver and know what you're doing, you can rotate the doorknob.
Chad,
quick
did you just
smart.
like give yourself up, right?
If you can swap a doorknob, then I guess anyone can.
Right on. Wait, are you saying that like it's a bad thing, or?
Is that why Diana remained in the boiler room after Wolfgang died? She had been locked inside?
What do you make of the footsteps then? If they were Diana's, it would imply she escaped the boiler room. How do you suppose she did that?
Diana's way of escaping the boiler room, huh? From the evidence in the boiler room, I'm fairly confident I can deduce a method. I think it's a small piece of metal, but let's see if I'm right. Here we are.
This is it.
Yes, I'm so smart.
Near the boiler room door, I discovered a thin piece of metal. At first glance, it didn't look important, but if you were to fold it in half, theoretically, it would look like a hairpin.
Ah, she used the classic maneuver, picking a lock with a hairpin. It can be done, it just takes a bit of practice.
Diana probably had this hairpin inside her makeup bag, so she used it to fiddle with the lock until it eventually came undone, which, judging by the timing of her footsteps, happened late into the blackout.
Messing with a lock in pitch blackness. Whew. Now that would be impossible for me.
Right. Even if Diana did access light, like through the Tozu trinket, undoing the lock would still be difficult. Way too difficult of a situation to deliberately put herself in.
In which case, that can only mean one thing. And that means, what does it mean? I don't know. Why should not leave the boiler room? Someone else locked the door, someone else locked the door, a bucket was placed in the door was never locked. I guess someone else locked the door.
I got it.
Which is Wolfgang, because, you know.
Someone else must have locked the door.
What?
What?
If we go with our current train of thought, the doorknob was rearranged so you could only lock it from the outside. It doesn't make sense for Diana to rearrange the lock, enter the room, and deliberately trap herself inside, which means someone else must have locked the door. I know this doesn't necessarily clear Diana's suspicion, but it's strange enough to warrant further investigation.
I'd rather resolve this thread before we move on to voting.
Agreed. We could easily miss something important if we turn our noses away.
So, why did this mystery person close the door in the first place?
What if they saw the scuffle between Wolfie and Diana and closed the door to protect themselves?
Instead of seeking help? Or trying to stop the scuffle?
You say that like closing the door isn't exactly what you would do.
What kind of asshole do you take me for?
Any chance they locked it to prevent Diana from escaping?
And somehow unscrewed the doorknob without drawing attention to themselves?
Didn't you hear him? He's talking about the door being locked, not the doorknob being unscrewed.
Unless two entirely different people just so happen to interfere with the boiler room at two entirely separate intervals. The one who locked the door is most likely the one who flipped it, yes?
Yes.
Then you should be wondering the same thing. How did they unscrew the doorknob without catching anyone's attention?
Yeah, doesn't sound possible.
Not in the moment, it isn't. But what if the doorknob had been swapped beforehand? Say this person knew Wolfgang and Diana were coming to the boiler room. They could have swapped the knob in advance, waited for Diana and Wolfgang to enter, and then closed and locked the door.
So the flipping of the doorknob was premeditated?
With what we currently know, I'd wager it's our safest assumption, at least until we hear Diana's side of the story.
Diana, since you were the last person with Wolfgang, your testimony could be our most valuable piece of evidence yet. You need to tell me what happened. If not for me, or for you, then at the very least...
For Wolfgang.
Do it for Wolfgang's sake.
I'm... sorry.
Okay, I need to stop streaming for now to do something, but I'll be back later. Sorry for leaving you on a cliffhanger if anyone's watching.